Today I'm going to be giving you a tour of my studio that I run my clothing brand out of. Starting off, this tour is my content area. This is where I shoot all my TikToks and take a lot of my product shots. In my content area is my sneaker collection. Starting right here, I have a pair of fuzzy boots. These are vintage bunny boots, one of my favorite shoes I own. New Rocks, and then lastly, a pair of leather Converses. Now up here is a sign that I hand painted the night before a pop-up shop. I didn't finish until like 3 in the morning, but it was worth it. It looks super cool up there. I keep all my favorite pieces on this rack and anything else I need to record my TikToks with. I'm gonna give you guys a sneak peek at one of my next pieces. These are the 6-shooter baggy blue denim. I am in the process of resampling them right now, so they're not ready to release yet, but they will be soon. Next up in my studio is what I call the living room area. I spend a lot of time on this couch making my tech packs and editing all the YouTube videos. Behind the couch is 2 posters that I printed out recently. This first poster is one of my favorite lookbooks I've ever modeled. And yes, if you didn't know, I'm the person wearing the mask in all the photos. Now this other poster is a flyer I made for the same collection. It's really like how it came out. It's a guy looking up at my 6-shooter logo. And if you didn't know, my logo is a bullet hole with 6 points. Now right here is my electric guitar and amp. Just recently picked these up. I've been trying to learn the guitar. It's super hard, but it's super fun. I've been enjoying it a lot, so. Now back here I have a shelf that has a bunch of decorations on it and some books that I like to take inspo from time to time. I keep all my camera equipment back here and this cool little globe. I also got this like little Minecraft Lego figurine. It's pretty cool. I like keeping it right there. I have this Buddha head. Usually there's like a mask on it that has spikes coming out of it. Well, I sent it to Tyga. Tyga's stylist reached out to me and wanted me to send it to them, so I did, and hopefully I'll be seeing him wear it soon. Now lastly, my living room area, I got a fridge, microwave, and air fryer. These are an absolute necessity because I be putting in some hours in this studio and your boys gotta eat. Now one of my favorite parts of the studio are these 4 massive windows. These let in a bunch of natural sunlight, so there's always cool sunbeams on my walls. With this window right here, I do have slight roof access. I did go out there in my last video, so if you haven't seen that, check that one out after this video. Next in this studio tour is my desk setup. This part of my studio definitely needs some upgrading, but I'm gonna be saving that for a future video. On my desk, I have a 144 Hz monitor, a Razer keyboard, and a Corsair mouse. Before I started my clothing brand, I was a huge gamer and I used to stream a lot. And let me say, the CSGO community is lucky I retired. Now, a couple of other things I keep on my desk is my iPad. This is how I pretty much do everything with my clothing brand now. This thing is super clutch. I have this diffuser right now, which keeps my room smelling super nice, like vanilla. And then lastly, a TV that's usually playing like Ken Carson. Now next in this back left corner, keep my studio light right here. And then I have my Industrial Brothers sewing machine. I purchased this machine for only $300 from my old high school. That's an absolute steal, by the way, because these go for well over $1,000. I'm gonna give you guys a little test of it right now. Let's see how fast this thing goes on max speed. Damn! Oh my god. Now above my sewing machine, I have a collage of all my favorite 6-shooter memories. Right here is my Umbra denim. If you didn't know, these are the pair of denim that kind of blew my brand up on TikTok. These got a special place in my heart. Also above my sewing machine is all my goals and aspirations for the year. I believe it's super important to write your goals down and display it somewhere that you can see it, so it always reminds you of what you're working towards. If you guys aren't doing that already, I really recommend doing so. Now next up is my giant workbench. This is where I pack orders, cut fabric, and pretty much anything else the table is needed for. Next to my workbench is this shelf that kind of has miscellaneous things on it. And this bin right here is scraps from previous sewing projects and future sewing projects. Now on this part of the shelf, I have my card reader for when I do pop-ups, heat gun for when I'm carrying difficult screen prints, scale for when I'm shipping out all of my orders, t-shirt folder to make my life much easier, then a money saver also when I do my pop-ups. Now lastly in this bin down here is pretty much everything random that doesn't fit anywhere else in my studio. Now if you follow me on TikTok, This screen printing setup should look extremely familiar. I've printed hundreds, if not thousands, of t-shirts and hoodies on this press right here. I bought this off of Facebook Marketplace for $800. I drove 4 hours to New York to pick this up off of some random guy in a trailer park. If you are trying to get into screen printing, I do recommend checking out Facebook Marketplace. A lot of people realize that screen printing is super hard and sell their equipment early on, so you can find some good machines on there. The press is currently sitting on a box that my friend made for me. It's got the 6-shooter logo engraved on the front of it, which is super sick. It looks so cool right there. This box also doubles as a shelf. It opens up and there's a rack in here that holds all my screen printing supplies. And it's like super cool to have. I'm about to test print something for you, so let me grab my spray sack. Just like that, we got a nice little 6-shooter logo. If you guys have been enjoying this video, make sure you subscribe. Follow my personal Instagram as long as 6-shooter's Instagram. Promise you I'm going to be putting out some of the best clothing brand content this year. So next up in this studio tour is my stock area. This is where I keep all of my stock. Honestly, not that much here right now because you guys have been showing me so much love. I also have 2 vintage sewing machines that I don't use anymore because I have my new one, but they stay here just in case I need it. Now up here on this top shelf is the first ever 6-shooter item. I dropped this 3 years ago, and if you own one of these, now one day you're probably going to be very rich. Lastly, in the studio tour, I have all of my screen printing supplies. In this box right here, I keep all of my screens. It's not the best way of keeping them safe, but it'll do for now. Now, above the screens, I mounted the shelf and a rack on the wall. This rack holds all of my squeegees and also a couple spatulas that I use to scoop ink with. And then this shelf right here is holding all of my inks and a couple different chemicals. Seriously, don't know how this shelf is so sturdy on the wall. I guess I mounted it very good. There you go. That is currently my entire studio. I will be upgrading a bunch of different parts of it soon, so I'll make another video for it then. Before I end this video off though, I want to let you guys know I am dropping a new collection on February 28th. In this collection, I'll finally be releasing this hoodie right here. This is called the Oxide Garment Dye Hoodie. Definitely the highest quality item I've ever made. Anyone who's ever put it on has said it feels like a designer hoodie, so I'm super proud of this one. Also in this collection, I'll be restocking my Prelude baggy denim. You guys went crazy on these the first time, so you know I had to bring them back. They're just a perfect fitting, high quality pair of denim. You seriously can't go wrong with these. I'm gonna put a discount code on the screen right here. This will get you $5 off. This is gonna be only for YouTube, only for you guys. So if you wanna grab something on the 28th, make sure to use this right here. That is going to conclude it for this video. Thank you guys so much for watching. I seriously appreciate it like crazy. If you were one of the people who watched my last video, you guys went insane on that one. That video, at the time of recording this one, already has like 6,000 or 7,000 views. And for my third video, that's insane. I'm blown away by that. So seriously, thank you guys like crazy. I'm already working on the next video, so after this one's posted, the next one should be up not too long after. I'll see you guys then. Later.